coming up.
You can buy like rubber pretend toes. Did you know that? To like stick over the top. Have you seen them? Get one of those.
I was about to get a pedicure and I got really excited about it, and now I can't. They've taken that joy away from me as well.
But they might charge a couple of quid less. Can you just do 9 nails for me today, please? The amazing Tara Greer.
Woohoo!
You guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. 6 kids.
Six.
Yes.
How? Probably could have had more. I'm sorry, what? Hello, welcome back to No Parental Guidance, your weekly dose of parenting chaos.
Where we laugh through the meltdowns, the fails, and the general madness of raising humans, big or small.
That's right, from toddler tantrums to teenage strops, the chaos just changes shape.
But luckily, so do we, sort of.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're back in our lovely red chairs. Red or orange?
I feel like you've got a bit of stress levels today.
Is it obvious?
You said you can't get your words out.
I can't get my words out. I'll be honest, Hannah. I am today exhausted. I'm having one of those days where, I threatened my door handle this morning when it caught my shirt as I was walking through
so
it.
Annoyed. Were you in a mood at that point?
Massive
in
mood.
a rage.
Do you know what it is?
Rage.
It's that tiredness. I haven't had this tiredness for a long time. That's why my eyes have gone to the eyes of size of raisins. And I have forgotten how tired mothers can be at the start when they become parents. That's how I feel today. And my God, you forget. And also anyone who is going through that tiredness right now, I salute you, because I'm just in a foul mood.
But you know that if people are going through that tiredness, it's just a phase. I remember my dad came round once when my firstborn was firstborn, and he was in his Moses basket, which he hated, but I thought everyone had to have a Moses basket. And I hadn't swaddled him because the swaddle he kept breaking out of. And I couldn't do it properly. And I was really stressed. And I was like, I remember looking at my dad, I was like, Dad, he keeps crying and I haven't slept for months. And my dad was like, Hannah, it's just a phase. Very soon, he'll grow out of this and he'll sleep longer and you'll feel better. Yeah. Now, it is just a phase, but it's a really long one.
But here I am, I'm still exhausted.
A long time. So you appreciate, don't you, when you've had a bit of a tough time. Why are you having a struggling day? What's happened?
Well, I obviously it's kid related,
obviously,
and very painful related as well. So I took my kids to London yesterday, and we're on the tube on the way home, and it's quite late. It's 9:30 at night. I've got the 2 older ones. The little one was at home, and all was going well. It's this is great. And then we're on the escalator, and my 9-year-old's in front of me, and he's going down the escalator. And as the escalator kind of closes and goes flat, my son managed to clip my toe, and I'm wearing open toe shoes, and took off my toenail.
The whole toenail.
Toenail's gone. Look at my plaster.
I mean, I didn't want to kind of make a big point of it because some people are a bit funny about feet. Some people love them, some people don't. But you've got a massive pink kid's plaster on your second toe.
Well, it's the only plaster I had.
Obviously.
It was so painful. And I'm at the bottom of the escalator at Tottenham Court Road.
Was there blood everywhere?
Blood. I'm literally effing and blinding. And toe pain is really painful.
Yeah.
It's seriously painful. And then my eldest is then kind of retching, and I'm like, you cannot throw up now. This is not a good time to throw up. The kid who actually did this, obviously it was an accident, proper freak accident.
Yeah.
He's completely oblivious, can I have a snack? And I'm like, no, I'm literally, I feel sick. I'm going to faint. I'm so angry. So we get on the tube to Waterloo, rush to Boots at Waterloo, get some plasters.
But while you were on the tube and it was bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
Were you a bit ugh?
I just ignored it.
The toenail had just gone at that point. It just left.
Gone. It left the building. I am now without toenail. And I was about to get a pedicure and I got really excited about it, and now I can't. They've taken that joy away from me as well.
But they might charge a couple of quid less every cloud.
Every cloud.
Can you just do 9 nails for me today, please? How much is that?
The silver lining. So then I went to bed last night, and I knew that I was filming this today. So I was like, I want to get a good night's sleep. Can't look tired on camera. Hi. The pain of my toe in the middle of the night woke me up.
Really?
And then the kids all came in because I think they felt sorry for me. So I'm in bed, and I've got a nice big bed. I deliberately bought a king size bed when you become a mum, because you're like, I'm going to need more space now because if you're co-sleeping, need the space. No. I'm on the edge, literally on the edge of the bed. And now I'm on the edge of life right now. So I am also stood on some Lego. I literally told a Lego piece to off this morning.
Did you?
Yeah. I've been threatening objects around the house. So I
love it,
apologise
though.
now if I'm
I
going
love
to be
it,
like
though.
threatening at all. It's just been one of those mornings.
To anybody else, you know, as a mum, when you see people at the school gates and everyone's like, hi, you okay? And it's such a false smile. And if
my
anybody
God.
said, tell me what's happened to you today,
Yeah.
and you tell this version, people at the school gates wouldn't see this version. They'd be like, look, she's got it
She's got it all
together.
together.
She's
Look at that lovely plaster.
Yeah, she's got a pretty pink plaster on her toe.
Yeah,
Not that
no.
your toenail was severed off yesterday
No.
because of one of your kids.
And I'm really sad for that toenail.
It'll grow back. And it's a memory.
When does it grow back?
Well, I
right
don't
now,
know.
I've literally just got flesh.
You can buy like rubber pretend toes. Did you know that? To like stick
I
over the
have
top.
seen-
Have you seen them?
I have
Get
seen
one of
that.
those
I
and
might
just
need to
paint
get one of
it.
those, yeah.
And nobody will know. You just get like a sweaty popcorn toe.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate the smell of sweaty feet. Ugh.
I don't think anyone does like the smell of sweaty feet.
There are people that have. I remember I used
yeah,
to
there
work
are
on a
some
shopping
strange people
channel.
out there.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to work on a shopping channel, and when I wanted to do presenting, I was like, how do you become a presenter? So I was on the TV show Gladiators as
Yeah.
a contestant.
I love this story, by the way.
This years and years ago, and that's actually how I met my husband on the show. He was the head trainer, and John Anderson used to be his trainer, his coach. So anyway, there's me there, you know, doing my audition for Gladiators, having a great time, and met my husband there.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this story?
Babe, I'm so tired. I've got no idea.
Where was I just
I'm
going
also
with it?
perimenopausal, so I
This
have
will
no
be cut
memory.
out anyway.
This is great. Should we just have a little nap here instead? There's a blanket here.
Where
I'd
was I
happily put
going?
that on
Where
me.
was I going with that?
So
I
we
just
were
had this-
talking about toes, sweaty feet. People like the smell of sweaty feet.
Yes. So, right, here we go. So then I'd done Gladiators. Ian Wright told me that I should be a TV presenter. And he said, listen, read the auto cue. I did. And he was like, you should be a presenter. Any
that's
football job
amazing.
I've gone for after that, people have been like, so what got you into presenting? Like, well, Ian Wright said. But before that, you have to get talkback experience.
Right. Is that when it's in your ear?
Yeah. So you have
Right.
a piece in your ear of people that don't know, and you'll have everybody in the gallery talking to you. So on the shopping channel I worked on, I did it on a Saturday and Sunday because I had a busy job during the week. So I'd turn up there and we'd be selling like, it's not a channel anymore, so it doesn't matter. We'd be selling like ruby rings, and the ruby would have fallen on the floor somewhere. Like the cameramen were like, you know, just doing things behind the camera.
Did they pick it up with their feet?
It was, yeah, it was weird. And it was just awful. And I remember the first shift I ever did, I heard like, I'll do it myself. Somebody said, I'm loving it. And there's all these people counting up and counting down. I was like, oh my goodness. So the presenter was like, Hannah, jazz hands, like, how are you feeling today? And I heard loving it and myself. And I just looked at the camera, I was like, I'm absolutely loving myself today. And it was like, you're loving yourself. And I was like, yes,
girl with confidence.
and I really love this ruby ring. And then I looked down and the ruby wasn't even in the ring. And I was like, oh, it was just awful,
gosh.
absolutely awful. But yeah, the whole talkback experience is just...
I think day one, our first episode here, we had talk back, didn't we? And I've
Yeah.
never had it before. And we were talking. I was like, "What? What's going on? Are they my
Yeah.
thoughts?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "We're not going to give you that anymore. We're just going to."
not do that.
Not do that
But the
anymore.
weird part about it is on these shopping channels, people have feet fetishes. It's a real thing. So like people would say to me, listen, I'll give you £500 if you send me your shoes.
Are you kidding
So my
me?
husband used to be like, go to Primark, Primani, whatever people call it. Up north, we call it Primark. Get yourself to Primark, hon. And buy yourself a pair of £6 shoes. He was like, I will rub my feet and my genitals in the shoes, send them off for 500 quid.
Wow.
And I was
Did
like,
you do it?
I was like, you don't need to rub your balls in a pair of stilettos, hun. And I
easy
can't,
money though,
I couldn't
isn't
do
it?
it. Well,
Can you imagine?
you know, desperate times. I finished uni.
I wonder how much
skint.
my toenail would be worth.
Well,
if I found it.
That's where I was coming to on that
Wow.
long-winded story. What you could have sold that. People sell things.
Wow.
Body
I
bits.
saw online this week that testicles are worth £1.7 million each.
Are you
And my
kidding?
husband's got two. See what I mean?
And he's got an attitude. So, do you know what I mean? Things are going to happen, hun.
Sounds good. Anyway. Any parenting fails this week for you?
Well, a parenting fail that I had just as I'd given birth. I'm going to tell you this one.
Okay.
You know,
this
you know,
already.
day 3 or day 4 when you can't stop crying.
Yes.
And it's that awful, overwhelming. You're very sweaty. Hormones are kicking in. Your milk's coming through. Your tits are like bags of marbles,
It's
or
such
like
a
tea
wonderful
bags with
time.
marbles in. It's just, and you're like, ugh, all the time. The baby starts to cry, and you're on a ward with everybody shouting, and their phones going off, and you can't sleep, and you're like, this is not how I envisaged parenting to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a woman across from me, and she'd had her 8th child. Eighth child, and she was younger than me. And she kept swearing. She arranged to have a fight with a woman the day after she'd given birth to make it fair, because she's not carrying baby anymore.
I'm sorry, what?
I know. And I was like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with it. So the doctors came round to the ward round and they were like, how are you today, Hannah? And obviously at that point, my was completely severed. Like, it was bad. Everyone's waiting to do that first poo after giving birth.
Which is
like
really
a wee was hurting. So I knew what was coming. And so everyone's walking around like John Wayne out there, like, oh, happiest time of my life. And the doctor came around. I was like, excuse me. I was like, the lady across from me is becoming a bit much. Like, she's shouting all night and I haven't slept, on your face and shaking. And I said, do you have any side rooms? And he was like, oh, sorry, no, we don't have any side rooms. And I was like, my husband can give you cash. He will go to the cash point on the way there, name your price, and he will bring you cash. I won't say a word. And then I wrote it on a newspaper.
Did you?
I wrote it on the little section. I was like, you name your price.
Oh my God.
And I slid it across him as if I was doing some sort of like international drug deal. I just wanted a side room because I was scared about having my first poo after having a baby, and I was scared about what was going on.
That's the lengths we'll go through to kind of get that privacy. I totally get it.
And he was really like, we don't have any, but I'm going to get the nurse to come and see you, Hannah.
That's brilliant.
10 minutes later, the nurse came back and she was like, so how are you feeling? And I was like, I don't know.
I've been better.
I've felt better, hun. So then my kids always turn out like David Dickinson, like bright orange. So like Bradley was under the lights for about a week. And the nurse was like, I'm going to get you a side room, Hannah. Oh. It's okay. Do you want me to move your stuff for you? They thought I was so unhinged. I was just tired and hormonal.
I'm glad that you that's good. So you did get your side room.
I did, yeah.
But didn't have to put any money across.
I didn't have to pay. Because apparently you can't bribe doctors and nurses. No toenails, no feet, nothing.
Well, I'm really pleased you got that room then.
What's been your fail this week?
Right. Well, my parenting fail, I actually do feel like my parenting fails, they're not really my fault. They never are, right?
Okay.
They're never my fault.
Would your husband agree with that and your kids? Or?
Probably not, no.
Okay.
But in this case, well, we'll see. Let me tell the story and we'll see. So my youngest is a girl. She's got 2 older brothers who like to mess with her, and I'm sure I'm sure you have the same with you. You've got a little girl and 2 older brothers, so they like to educate her in certain things that maybe I wouldn't educate her in. And one of them is the middle finger.
Oh no.
But she's just been taught, and they have called it the brother finger. So now she knows the brother finger, and obviously knows that it's not it's not the right thing to do. I have said you can't do that. So refrain from doing that. Anyway, took her shopping to get some school clothes, and as I am picking out some nice new skirts and shirts for her school return, I see her in a corner of my eye, and I'm like, she's there, she's doing something. And then I turn and look at her, and she's managed to manipulate the mannequin's fingers, because the mannequins there are the ones where you can move everything. And she has made the mannequin give everyone in the store the brother finger. And of course, there are parents around me.
Around the school uniform section as well, obviously.
Yeah. Some of them found it quite funny. Some of them didn't. And so then, I had to basically put the hand back to its normal position and leave the shop.
Did you get the uniform or not?
No, I'm going to do it online.
And do you ever find, Louise, because you will get recognised by a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah.
So especially mums.
Yes.
Every mum knows who you are. Do you find that even more pressure that your daughter was doing the middle finger with the mannequins to every passerby, and then they look at the daughter and this child and go, well, that's terrible parenting, and then look at you and go, hold on a second, I follow her on Instagram.
Well,
she's hilarious.
Sometimes it's a saving grace, because the people that do follow me and see situations like that happen, they know that that's kind of what my Instagram is about. It's a bit like, this has happened and we're all in this together. And some of them kind of go like, I follow you on. Yeah, I get it. And I'm like, cool. But then the ones that don't follow me, there is a bit more of like well, that's unacceptable. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave and just shop online instead. So who knows? She might have done all the fingers in Marks and Spencer's. I just don't know. So if anyone's shopping and sees like a middle finger on the mannequins, just ignore
the women's underwear section. And what did your two boys say about it? Did they find it hilarious that you got
I find it
annoyed?
hilarious.
Yeah.
I find it absolutely hilarious. So, that was a joy. And then I did have another fail, but I did bring it back. So I was clearing out my daughter's bedroom, clothes that are going to charity, clothes that needed a wash, got them mixed up.
Oh no.
So washed all the clothes that I was going to throw out, which, fine. But all the clothes that I wanted to keep, got in a black bag. Luckily, though, as we all know, when we take clothes to charity shops, they leave them in the boot of the car for about, 6 months.
To a year.
Yeah. So I did manage to get them out of the boot, luckily. But it was just a big waste of faff of time.
Thank God you noticed. And thank God that as
notice.
parents we're that disorganised that we leave the bags in the boot.
Yes.
Because otherwise your daughter would be going around with half-mast Harrys.
Yes.
Crop tops as well.
Yes. Yes. So that was fun. I think it's just all part of the mental load, clearly tiredness, no toenail.
Summer holidays.
Yeah.
There's a backlash for summer holidays. I think it takes me to October to get over the summer holidays.
And then
we have half
term.
term. Yeah. I always feel like, that's come round quick.
Yeah. And don't you find you're spending so much money? You leave the house and you've spent 50 quid.
Yeah.
Just, on anything, Starbucks, anything, cinema, crikey.
Can I have a snack?
Can I have a snack?
And you're like, I've made you a cream cheese sandwich. And it's like, I don't like cream cheese. I'm like, well, normally you eat cream cheese.
I know. You liked
all
it
the
yesterday.
time. I wish I was that parent, and I'm not. I know there are parents that do this, and I really admire them.
Yeah.
But if my kids say they don't like it, I'll always say, make a meal for all of us. And I know that one of them's going to say,
I don't like it.
so I will modify the recipe a little bit. And then if they still don't like it, I am not sending them to bed hungry because they will be awake in the night. So I will make them an alternative.
Yeah, no, I do that
knowingly.
too.
And I always used to say I'd never do that.
I hate doing that, but
I
I
do.
do that because I don't want them to be hungry.
And then they just snack on for the rest of the evening.
Or
And
wake
then
up in the night.
not
Yeah,
having
no,
that.
no.
It's when they do that stance at the end of your bed, and you wake up like, Jesus, God, pick up the
really
crowbar next to
scary.
the bed. We got somebody breaking in. It's like, oh, Bradley, you okay? It's like, I can't sleep. It's like, well, neither can I now, Bradley, because you've just woken me up. It's like, what are you doing, mummy? It's like, I'm sleeping. I was sleeping,
I was
Bradley.
asleep, yeah.
And then
I was.
sometimes I'm like, don't let him get into our bed. And then I'll be like, well, just give us a cuddle then. And then half an hour later, he's in a
they're
deep
there.
sleep. And
Yeah, no, they're
I've
there. They don't-
become
they
that
don't leave.
parent that I always
Yeah.
said, wouldn't do that if I had kids. And here I am.
Today's guest is basically a super mum. She's got 6 kids. Yes, 6, ranging from uni age to primary school, including twins.
You'll probably know her from Meet the Greers. Her family's YouTube channel has millions of views. But behind all that is a mum who's navigating every stage of parenting at once.
That's right. And she's a big believer in balancing fun and making sure your kids can load a dishwasher, which I actually really respect.
Absolutely love that. But she also is hilarious, totally honest, and still somehow finds time to share it all online. Please welcome the amazing Tara Greer.
Thank you, guys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
We're like that.
I know.
6
We're like,
kids.
6.
Yes.
How? And you look like this. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
I-
6 kids. When I say it to people go, really? I'm like, is it really that weird that I have
Yes.
6 kids?
But
But you really
Really?
confused me because you were like 6 kids, 5 pregnancies. And I was like,
yeah.
We're like going,
twins.
There's twins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
the
right, right.
twins. Yeah.
So your eldest is
21.
and the youngest.
He is 6 next month. Yeah.
And do they all get on?
Yes, they do and they don't. Typical siblings.
Yeah.
Like you have the ones that are closer to each other than others and the ones that all are kind of like really got on each other's nerves, basically. Yeah,
course,
as typical. But the twins are both girls,
Yeah.
but polar opposite.
Really?
Like completely opposite. You like people will go, are they even sisters? They look totally different. They act totally different. It's crazy.
So they're into different things.
completely different things.
Do they like share a room and look out
They
for each
used
other?
to share a room, and then about a year ago, they got their own room, and now literally you can see their personalities are so different. Like the colours of their room and what they have in there, it's very much like how they are as a person.
Yeah.
Do they get on?
They do get on.
Yeah.
I think they tolerate each other in like different ways. Like Sienna's kind of, she'll be on her own a lot, and so will Soraya. But when they're together,
names.
they're either really like doing hair or whatnot, or they'll be like bickering of something, or she stole this, or that's mine, or no, this is yours, or why is this in my room? It's yours.
Oh, standard.
Typical.
Standards,
Yeah, just
yeah.
day to day of
Yeah,
parenting.
literally.
So you've been So hang on, I'm trying to do the maths. You've been a parent for how long?
So 21 years.
21 years.
Yeah.
You've seen it all.
Yes.
You've seen it all.
All.
I'm hoping you've got some parenting fails.
I've probably got more than most.
Fabulous. Let's have it. Let's have it.
Parenting fails for me. There's been a few hilarious ones. It's usually to do with school, as typical.
Yeah.
My son Romello, I think he was around about 7, 8, kind of the age of primary school where it's kind of you're getting into your coolness if you have your friends and stuff. And he had this Superman outfit, but it wasn't your typical standard like one that you put on. It just fits really well. It was like one with the big chest muscles.
Yeah,
It made him look like a massive.
Love those ones.
And it was dress up day at school, just for him though. Because we'd got the dates wrong.
Oh, God.
So we rock up at the school. And it's not a small school. It's not like a little village school. It's a school that probably has around, I think in the year it's the biggest school in Birmingham for a primary school. So we're talking a good like 600, maybe 700 children in the school. And he rocks up in this ginormous Superman outfit.
Looking like an absolute
and
legend.
there's not
Wrong day.
one other person around in any kind of outfit. And you know what? In the end, he said, I'm just going to go to school. And he said,
Did he?
Yeah, good for him.
Do you know that says a lot about his personality
Absolutely.
already,
Well,
doesn't it?
brilliant.
And he's really shy and really kind of reserved. And I was quite surprised, but I think he just felt like today is my day. I'm going to be the person that everyone goes, wow,
Yeah,
you're,
that's cool.
Yeah,
And what was
wow.
it like when you picked him up?
He was fine. He was absolutely fine. Yeah, he said it was one of his best school days ever.
Oh, I love that.
It's kind of a fail, but like,
It could be a triumph.
Yeah,
I think it's worse sometimes the other way around when there's non-uniform
I've
day.
done that as well many
Oh,
times.
you've done, yeah. Well, we've all done that.
I've
I've
done
done that
that,
too. Yeah, and they
I've
turn up.
literally dashed to Tesco's and been like, I need to find something red, like a whole red outfit, like right now.
I've sent my boys in once where it was fancy dress, got them the whole Star Wars costumes on Amazon Prime, the shoes, everything, the mask, took them to school. Like, yeah, my dad had taken them to school. It wasn't fancy dress. It would just replace one item. And I've got a picture of my son, and even though he has the mask over his face, I can see the anger in his eyes. And they're both stood there like,
Yeah.
like they didn't speak to me for ages after that. But it's like, you know, my kids were like, didn't want to go into school.
Yeah.
How great that your son
just
was like,
went
I'm
in.
going to
Yeah.
own it. Cheers,
Yeah,
Mum.
when it was year 6, on my last day at primary school, all my friends and I decided that we were all going to dye our hair pink and turned up to school on our last day with pink hair. I was the only one that did it. No one else did it.
Oh my
And
God.
I was mortified. And the headmistress, her name was Mrs. Lawrence, and she used to spit when she played the guitar, and she made me stand up in
I
assembly.
love what you remember from school.
Honestly, traumatized.
It's the traumatic thing that you remember.
She made me stand up in front of the whole school with my pink hair and like just go higher. And yeah, I think that's why I've just been blonde for the rest of I've literally never changed my hair colour ever since.
wow.
I've always been blonde. I'm like, I can't do it.
Even hair mascara, you weren't
Yeah,
tempted
can't
with
do
that.
it. Can't do
Nothing.
it.
Just
No.
keep it natural.
Trauma. Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe, 6 kids is like, you'll have so many stories. But did you always plan to have 6 kids?
I always knew I wanted a big family.
Yeah.
On my mum's side and my dad's side, there's like loads of cousins. You know, you go to a party and you go, "Who are you? I'm your cousin." Oh, okay. Literally, it's one of those ones.
that.
And I've always wanted a big family. I like the whole Christmas, everyone around the table,
yeah.
everyone
It's
exchange.
amazing.
It doesn't happen like that in the movies. You'd think, "Oh, it's so nice. Everyone's around the table," and
They're all
usually
kicking
it's
the
like,
shit out
"That's
of each
my
other."
cracker. Give it back. I had that joke." But yeah, so I've always wanted a big family. Didn't expect to have 6 kids. Probably could have had more.
Really?
But
Do you think you would have more? Are you done?
I am done. I probably would have had another 2 if the last child, Marcelo, the baby of the house, didn't keep me awake until he was 3 and a bit.
Yeah, that's
Through the
fine.
night, drinking
See, I
formula.
thought you were going to talk about like your vagina.
Oh no,
Not the whole like,
no.
yeah. So you
So,
do it again.
giving birth, I'll do it again.
Really?
Do
100%.
you find that, because I found after with my third, I actually really quite enjoyed the labour. I was like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Let's go. Push, go. Nice.
I think I
no-
had all different labours. So I've had a C-section. It wasn't what I wanted. I had to have it with the twins. It
Yeah.
was something that we had so many to and from the hospital. It was like, no, they need to come out. One was like, no, they're fine. And there was like, they're really small. And there was like, no, they need to come out. I think they'll be better out. And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, in the end, I said, I'll go to 36 weeks and then I'll have a C-section. So that happened. And they were expected to be in the NICU, took me around, toured me around. One was meant to be around £1.7 and the other one was like 1.4. They came out 4.6 and 4.9 and,
good.
and came straight home.
And which was your favourite labour and why?
Okay, so what's your favourite child? Who's your favourite child?
I don't have a favourite child. I feel like I was asked this question the other day, and I feel like I do spread myself quite well around. I'm not trying to brag, but I think the younger one would be the baby, because he always wants to hug. He's very affectionate, so people would go, "Oh, he's always getting loads of hugs and stuff," and he's the youngest, and he just gets spoiled by everybody in the house. But I don't have a child that I'd go, "Oh, my mum." Ask my mum, she would openly say Marcella, my youngest, is her favourite grandchild out of all of her grandchildren, and she will not be scared to say it.
You usually find it be the first one, don't you?
My mum's I think she definitely has her favourite grandchild.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious.
It's very obvious in ours.
Really obvious.
100%.
And she also has her least favourite, actually more obvious.
Really?
And we're all going away together tomorrow.
Lovely. Fantastic.
Anyway, back to you. So your YouTube channel.
Yes.
So tell us that. So how did that start, and how are the kids openly involved? They're happy with it?
Yeah. So it actually started with my second son, Lorenzo. He was football mad. So we used to do boot reviews on his channel. So it started with his actual channel, Taker's Kid. And he used to do loads of football skills. And I think because he was 6, almost 7, there was people doing it out there, but they were adults. And when a kid seen a young kid doing it, it made it a little bit more believable. And his channel just flew, it blew up really big. And then people just wanted to know more about the family, because his older brother, Romello, he was in on it as well. So he'd be in there playing football, and we just started a family channel, I think about 1.5 years after. And then that's just been ever since, almost 9 years now. And
how do you film everything? Do you have cameras around the house?
No, it's just literally so my partner, he will have a camera, or I'll have a camera, or even sometimes the kids just take the camera and just go and record stuff. And it's just what happens on a day. Our house is a busy house. There's always a lot going on. There's always something going on, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
And we do like to share the ups and the downs.
Yeah.
And it's just a typical, just a typical family life.
And
so you do all the editing, and you do all
I do none of that. My partner does everything. Yeah, he does all that stuff. I'm just brilliant. So I do most of with the kids, with the school and stuff. So all the on the proper housewife style, but in my own way, where I'll just cook, clean. I say cook, clean. I do have the little Hoover that cleans and helps me out. The best thing I have ever purchased. Well, I love it. I look at it as that is my 7th child. I will make sure he's very well.
That's your favourite child.
That's my favourite child. Yeah, I'll put that there. Yeah, but no,
I really want to get one of those.
Yeah, so Nathan does most of the the work side of it, with the editing and all that, which does take a lot of time. So I'll be I'll do my share, I'll do the laundry and just the mundane.
How do you feel then? Because I'm sure some people would say about having kids on social media and stuff. Are there any things that you won't show by showing your kids? Or were you a bit concerned about that to start off with?
I feel like we won't show the kids if they don't want to be shown. So if they turn around and go, I think because I've grown up doing it, it's very much it's the norm for them.
I bet they're like celebrities where you live, aren't they?
They are. They, in a sense, at school, they're oh, it's the greatest, it's that. But they enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They really enjoy it. I mean, wouldn't do it if they didn't.
Yeah. My eldest is 13, and he is very much now I don't want to be in any of your pictures. If I take a picture of him, he's like, where are you putting that?
Yeah.
And I respect that. I'm that's fine. I won't put it anywhere.
Yeah.
But he's so handsome. I'm I
want to share.
But he's like, no.
Favourite child over there.
Yeah. Or if I take a picture, I'll slyly take one. He's like, delete it.
Oh.
Okay, fine. But going back, so you give your kids chores.
Yes.
So what kind of chores? And do you pay them? Do they listen?
So we have Lorenzo and the Sienna Sarah, the twins, they have set chores every day, and the chores just go on, rotate every week.
Yeah. How old are they, sorry?
So Lorenzo's 16, and the twins are 14.
Fine.
And they have had chores for a good while, and I just feel I had chores when I was growing up, and it didn't do me any wrong. And I know how to cook and clean. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's just the boys will do exactly the same as the girls. I don't prioritise one over the other, they all do the same. So they'll do the dishes. Granted that I probably will have to go over and do them, but they do them.
Yeah, they do it.
So it could just be hoovering the stairs and making sure that their bathrooms are tidy.
But
I just feel they need to know how to do stuff turn on the dishwasher or the washing machine, or
absolutely
just do some
because
toast.
Also you're helping your son's future wives as well.
Yeah,
you're already a great mother-in-law.
Everyone just chips in, and I don't make all the mess. I clean all the mess. I'm sorry, but
and how do you list it? You have
so we have a WhatsApp group.
Do you?
We have a WhatsApp group, a family WhatsApp group, and then it's pinned
idea.
at the top, the chore list of whose day does what. And
That's
then
brilliant.
Dad usually goes around at the end of the day to see who hasn't, because he's like the okay on the group, or who hasn't done this or whatever. And just make, even if they miss it, they'll go, oh, I'm sorry, we'll do it like the next day, and we'll make sure they do it. I think it's just a bit of a routine and just a bit of structure, and I don't think it has caused any harm.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. What about your 6-year-old?
So they want chores. So he goes, oh,
Amazing.
mummy, can I like tidy the little living room? I'm like, yeah, you can. So he'll push the
Absolutely.
pillows.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do that. That's
They
brilliant.
asked to be involved in stuff, and Tiago was like, how old do I need to be to get my chore? And like,
Oh, so you made it like really
yeah,
fun. Like
they see it as like it's a
brilliant.
positive. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, I can't like, I don't want to do it. But yeah. So I just feel like it just builds character for them, and like
It's life skills.
Yeah.
Like everyone needs it. We're all
Literally.
going to, every child's going to grow up needing those things in
like
life.
I know
so-
I can go to their house in the future and I'll walk in and it won't be a bomber site.
Yeah.
Because you should know how to
Exactly.
do this and that. So yeah.
I remember my brother was ironing his own school uniform when he was like 10 or 11. I remember my mum being like, you're doing this.
Yeah.
And he still does now. And his wife's like, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
It's so good.
That's brilliant, because your kids' future spouses are going to thank you
Yeah.
for all the work that you're
Well,
putting in
hopefully
now.
I'll get
Great.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Wow. Do you all still live together?
So my oldest, actually, he's moved in with my mum to help her out a bit. She's got a bit older. So he's the oldest grandchild. So he's took on the responsibilities. Gone and helped
Favourite grandchild.
Yeah.
That's always the
Yeah.
eldest.
Yeah.
Always a firstborn.
He is, yeah.
Always.
But is there chaos in your house?
There's always chaos.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes the house. And I feel like when there's not, like, so on the odd occasion they'll go like to my mum's to stay over and it's really quiet. It's like, it just doesn't seem normal. It just seems really empty.
Yeah, it's
but there's
weird.
always,
It's weird when there's no chaos and noise. I know exactly what you mean. We're kind of like all kind of but look forward to having no chaos and no craziness. But when you do get it, like, oh, I miss it.
don't like this.
Yeah.
It's like that white noise, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
The noise of just, there's someone around in the house, you can hear something. But there's always chaos, there's always problems, there's always, this is not yours, or that's mine, or there's always some sort of arguing, some bickering or something going on, but it's just typical, normal.
Yeah. What about, do you go on holiday together?
Yes.
Because I find going on holiday as a family of 5 is so much harder than a family of 4. Like, I feel like holidays are, but then you've got 8.
Yeah, I'm
So it's
thinking of
basically your-
aeroplane
you're
seats
fine then.
here.
Do you want to hear something even more crazier?
Okay, go.
We road trip it.
Oh my word.
Do
All in
you?
one car?
We go in our
Do you have
van.
like a bus. Oh, I do love that. But also that must be slightly mental.
Yes.
Like
literally
suitcases.
is.
Do you have some kids that just take a backpack and a pair
So
of
we'll have
pants
like a
and-
roof box on top, which will hold most of the stuff.
Yeah.
And
I
then
say I'd be in the roof box.
Do you know what I mean?
I
I
have
was
that many
supposed to say I'll be
kids.
in that roof box. Yeah.
literally,
gin.
it's like it is chaos, and there's so much noise, and there's I need a wee and all that stuff. But it just makes it. I don't know what it is. It just does make the trip. It's weird to say that
That's
it does.
lovely.
It's like
That's lovely.
a lot of memories are made, even if it's just in the car or something silly happens, or we stop at a service station. You go, oh, remember that service station or whatever. It's just little things.
I think because your kids are maybe like a little bit older, but
Yeah.
when they were younger, was it as nice?
It was challenging because it's like the noise level goes to a point where you think to yourself, what have I done here? Or can we just stop the car for a second? Let me just get out and maybe just start walking that way a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like we just become accustomed to all being around each other so often that it's just the norm. Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember being on a road trip once with my kids and I had my Apple Watch on and
Your
a
heart rate.
notification
Yeah.
came up saying, this is a loud environment. I was like, yeah, no Sherlock. I was like, what am I supposed to do?
You're like, this is my life.
Literally.
So I actually got rid of the watch and went back to this.
At least you didn't get rid of the kids.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
But
I'm really intrigued how, like, because I'm really weird about ironing and washing.
Yeah.
And I've got 3 kids and I wash constantly.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
How do you keep on top of like the washing, the ironing, the food shop? Like, do you just spend all your time? You're going to tell me here that your partner's really hands-on, aren't you? And
does
No,
that
I'm
robot
not.
do
No.
it for you?
I wish. The kids actually have their own set days of coming to bring their washing for me to do.
okay, I need you to come into my house.
You
and
are
give me
super
some
So,
rules.
On the
Oh my
weekends,
gosh.
we'll
amazing.
have set days where certain things get done and must be washed, and then I'll do all the school uniforms. My washing machine does not stop.
No.
But at the same time, there's so much to do, and I will always try and buy stuff that doesn't need to be ironed.
yeah,
That's
So if it
great.
says
That's smart. Yeah.
no ironing needed, I'm like, yeah, get in the
That will
basket.
do.
That will do.
Do you have more than one washing machine?
No, I have one, and I've had that washing machine for 5 years, and I look at it and I think, you must be so sad. You
must be so
You must be
tired.
so tired, literally. I feel so sorry for you, but I love you at the same time.
Oh,
I'm going to say that now. I'm going to get home and it's going to go.
I know, I feel like you're going to jinx
working.
yourself.
Yeah.
So everything's scheduled. But what happens if you've got a teenager or one of your kids that's like, I ain't doing that today, hun? How do you discipline them? What's your
question.
approach to parenting if they just...
I'm very much I do a lot for them.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, well, I ain't doing that for you then. Simple.
Yeah.
So if you need me to drop you to a shopping centre to go meet your friends, then
that's good. Yeah.
the
bribery continues.
Yeah, because if you want to be like,
Yeah.
you know that I do a lot.
tap.
Yeah, well, I can work with that. We'll do that. But in all fairness, it doesn't really happen. Honestly, it doesn't really happen. They're very much like, they will just do the chores. They know that obviously as a parent, obviously, and that me and the dad, we do a lot around the house and they do have a lot of stuff. So it's just a little bit like, we'll just...
Maybe it's just like, it's set in stone now.
Yeah,
that's
I think
it.
it's just
No,
the norm. I think
yeah.
because we've been doing it for so long, it just becomes norm for them.
And how do you ever get like private time with your husband? Do you know what I mean?
We go away every now and again to like a spa.
Just
We
the two of you.
sometimes just sit there. I'm like, he'll have his phone. I'm like, yeah, this is my time just to like binge watch or scroll or whatever.
Yeah.
Sit in silence.
And then we go to the gym. So in the evenings, when the little ones are all washed and in bed, obviously knowing that we have a son, Lorenzo, who's 16 at home, we just go up the road to the gym. And that's like our
quite nice,
getaway.
yeah.
And we do like, I know it sounds mad to get excited to go to the gym because most of the
no,
time
but
I
it's
cannot.
something to do
it's
for yourself.
wonderful.
Well, it's
isn't
just
it?
like a
also
little outlet.
All
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, I go, I work out, I shower, I have a coffee and then head home and
sounds great.
we'll watch a series in the evening. Now, I think it's watching series. We will watch like a new series every now and again and
But do you all agree on watching the same thing?
not with the kids, me and my partner.
Oh, you and your partner?
We can't watch anything with the kids.
Yeah, because
No,
otherwise,
there's
how would you...
There's too
No.
many. Like, I
as a
want to watch this, I
couple.
want to watch that. And I have this like lovely, I mean, sometimes it does work, but we try and watch a movie every Friday night. It's like our thing.
Yeah.
And like, I even bought like these little ticket stubs from Amazon and like popcorn boxes. And it's like this thing. And
Yeah.
I'm like the ticket master. They're going, tickets, please. And the little ones love it. And my eldest is like, oh, just let us in the living room. But then we sit down and then we end up just bickering about what to watch.
Yeah.
And the whole moment is ruined.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know what?
Fed
Get
up,
out,
done.
go to bed,
Yeah.
whatever.
As
Moment's
you've
gone.
got your Ticketmaster hat on. It's like, okay, fine, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, you can have a refund, get out. Yeah, so so it's tricky to kind of decide what to watch.
I think we do more so that at Christmas, like when it's Christmas time and all the Christmas movies are on and you're really excited to watch them again.
Yeah.
And we have done the same thing before. We've opened a little shop. So they've done chores around the house and they've actually got like, we bought fake money from Amazon. So we give them out the money for their chores and then we went to Costco and got like the hot dogs and the popcorn and then like had a little, we haven't done it in ages and they really enjoyed it. But yeah, we haven't done that in a while, but I might actually bring that back
So
out again.
thoughtful. I'm like getting so many tips from you today. I'm like such a better mum than I am.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
literally like when I go home, I'm going to give, because my son, my eldest again, he said, can I clean the car for some money?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
He's like, cool. And he never did it. And I did say, you're going to clean the car? And he was like, oh, I'll do it later. And I was like, that's cool, fine. And then he came to me like a couple of days later. He was like, have some money. I was like, no, you didn't clean the car.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, the car's still dirty and I need to get more on the whole chores, especially as he's a bit older now.
Yeah.
Looking to-
It's
and he's at
like
the age where he wants to go out
instilling
with his
that,
mates.
isn't it? When
Yeah.
they'll want money
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
How are you as a parent now compared to how you thought you were going to be before you had kids?
Oh, I think I'm just way more relaxed. I think as the more children I've had, the more relaxed I've got over the time. I think
Right.
sometimes you stress about stuff and sometimes it's stuff you can't actually fix
Yes.
or you can't change. And it takes up so much energy stressing about things and you're just like, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just not going to.
Yeah, it's like you got to pick your battles.
Yeah,
I found.
definitely.
And I used to get, I think, we've said this before, but when you first become a mother, you're so much more. Yeah, you overthink everything, worried about everything. I didn't do this and I didn't do that, or I missed that appointment. Whereas I was like, it's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's
Sometimes you just have to roll with it.
Are you bothered if you're late, and getting the kids to school?
I used to be really like OCD about making sure I was on time. I would always leave early. I would get up. My phone, the alarm list on my phone is insane just to make sure that check like, if the alarm goes off, we need to be this, we need to be that. And I think I've just become more like, if I'm late, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like before I'd be stressed like, oh, they're going to be waiting in the playground for me, crying their eyes out, where's mum? And I get there and they're like playing or, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, it's just stress over nothing.
Yeah.
Or I'll just make sure I'll stop. If I'm going to be late, I might as well stop and be a little bit extra late and get them a sweet And then,
that's good.
Sweet,
I still
yay.
get really, I hate being late.
yeah.
But I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Even when I was a kid, I remember saying to my mum, we have to get to school on time. I don't know why, I don't know where it's come from. And it drives my husband mad.
Yes.
I used to have to tell my husband that we have to be somewhere an
I
hour
do that.
before we need to be there, just so we are much earlier
than you need to be. Yeah. I do that as well. Nathan's very much kind of he's more, we'll get there when we get there, or if there's traffic, it's fine. And I'm like, no, so I'll make sure, we need to be there at 1 o'clock. We didn't need to be there till 2, but 1 o'clock we stop.
And you obviously complement each other if he's taken that relaxed approach, because if he was uptight, it would make you uptight. And then having 6 kids, they just feed off your energy, don't they?
Yeah. He's the other child in the house, so he's very kind of like the one who will go and just be silly and go out in the garden and do all the fun stuff. And I'm just there going, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. But it works.
Get your kids to do it, don't worry about it.
It works. I don't need to watch what the kids will do later, it's fine, don't worry about it.
It's so refreshing to hear this, because I feel like I'm in that stage at the moment where my little girl's just turned 2. She's not potty trained. We're in nappies and she's climbing everything. And then the other 2 kind of they've got a bit of independence, self-sufficient, but they couldn't go out by themselves or anything. So I'm kind of in that stage of just, coming out of like the breastfeeding and all that sort of stuff, where it's really nice to hear that, you've got teenagers and they can get themselves dressed or like drive or do all these things that you sometimes forget. And we mentioned this earlier about phases. Everything's a stage.
Everything comes in stages.
What are the stages that you look back on and were your favourite from like 0 to 5?
I think it's the whole, they really rely on you for a lot of stuff. And I think when you're in the moment, it can be quite overwhelming that you end up doing like a lot and your list is as long as your arm. But like when Marcelo got dressed the other day in his school uniform on his own, and I was kind of like, no, mummy needs to do your buttons. And you think, because of him being the last one, I'm like, I'm coming to the period now where they won't really need me for a great deal, obviously toing and frobbing from school and cooking the dinners and washing baths and all stuff, but like his own little self, he can get himself ready and put his socks on, and he gets his school bag and he'll get his water bottle out and he'll fill it up, and I'm like, no, I'll do that. No, I'll do that, because I know before I know it, I won't need to do any of it. And you look back in the times you're like, I've got this to do, that to do, and then you think to yourself, when you don't have to do it, you really are going to miss it.
It's so true.
So really cherish it.
Tara, thank you so much. What an absolute ride. 6 kids and still full of stories, energy, and a top tier advice.
Honestly, you've made us feel better about the mess and slightly worse about our kids not knowing how to use a mop.
So like, subscribe, share, all the usual jazz. It really keeps this podcast going.
Honestly, we are not parenting experts, just experts in our own disasters.
Absolutely. If you've ever bribed a toddler with snacks, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button.